All right. Happy solstice. Yay! Happy solstice. All right. So today is the longest night, the shortest day. I'm going to pen myself here real quick. And we're going to take a minute to chat about what that means before we move into our practice. Okay. If you know me at all, you know that this is my absolute favorite holiday of the whole wide world year. And I absolutely look forward to it for a very, very long time. And once it's done, I feel complete. Christmas can come, doesn't really matter. Solstice has happened. So the winter solstice, let me step back a minute. We have two solstices in our year. We have the summer solstice and the winter solstice. The summer solstice happens on June 21st, approximately. The winter solstice happens on December 21st, which is where we are today. So those are pivot points in our world. They are times that the world changes. They are moments of transition. And so for the winter solstice, it represents the first day of winter for us in the Northern Hemisphere. It is the beginning of the long return of the sun. And I love that because when we think about what winter means to us, we think about hibernation and it's getting colder and it's getting darker and we're turning inwards and we're stopping, we're not going out as much and we're not doing as many things. But really, the first day of winter, the solstice, is when the sun returns. So from now on, every day will get a little bit brighter and a little bit longer. And so I love that dichotomy, and I think it's representative of how we misinterpret or misperceive how the universe works. So today we are honoring the longest night with the work that we do for the next 3 months and work that we'll do tonight, with the understanding that even though we are turning inwards and we're letting go of that external energy, there is already momentum coming to us to expand outwards in the future. I was telling people in Kundalini earlier tonight that I have a whole bunch of people that I follow. I get emails, and today is a big day for all of us. Winter solstice is a huge day. And so I was reading one email from somebody, and they were saying, you know, everybody's talking about the winter solstice, and it's time to stop, and it's time to hibernate, and it's time to not do anything. And you know, she's like, I just want to celebrate people that if you're, you know, it's all about your truth. And if your truth is about having a party and wearing sparkly pants, then do that. Just because we're working inward and we're doing the inner work doesn't mean we have to isolate and hibernate. Sometimes our inner work really is socializing and being sparkly and shiny and fun and boisterous. And so the point of today really is honoring our truth and really connecting with the truth and manifesting that and bringing that to the forefront of our daily lives. And so her email at the end, she was like, so party on, all of you truth sparkly people. And I was like, I'm going to wear my sparkly pants tonight. It's like she knew. So I just want to leave that with that understanding of how sometimes we make these preconceived notions and ideas of what we should be doing and what this day should be. And it doesn't have to be that way. This really is about finding the truth of ourself and really connecting with that, honoring that, and becoming the most authentic version of what that is. So when we think about the world around us in winter, it is dormant, right? Everything is still, everything is cold. We're preparing for feet and feet of snow in Michigan, apparently. I'll believe it when I see it, but that's what they're saying. Yeah. But when we think about that, that's what we think of with the winter season. The thing that, again, I want to bring in is this is the time where all of the plants decompose into the soil. This is when the animals burrow in and aerate the soil. This is when we provide the nutrients that will be needed for the future. So it looks like everything is dormant and nothing is going on. But right now, the most important work is happening. And that's what's happening with us as well, with the energies of our bodies, of our self, of our expression and our experience, of our awareness in the winter solstice. This is a time where those plants start to send out those deep, deep, deep roots to really anchor in for the growth that they're going to do in the spring. And so that's going to be what our focus is. That's going to be the energy and the approach that we bring to our practice tonight so that we can carry that on into the next couple of months. Because today is, again, that first day of winter, and winter season starts and goes for the next 3 months, which then brings us to the equinox, the spring equinox, which is in March. So we have 3 months to do this dark, deep inner work, to really till the soil, get our hands really dirty, stir it up, add what we need, analyze, mix it, aerate, nourish it, so that when we plant our seeds, it has the most fertility that we can give it to grow. I garden. Can you tell I love to garden? So that's where my analogy comes. So this is at the same time a sacred time of rest. The plants aren't growing. The purpose of tonight is to really let go of everything that's happened in this past year, to let go of the hustle and bustle so that we can rest, because in order to nourish those seeds that we are planting in the future, we have to be ready and have rest and have energy to come in, right? And so it is a sacred time of rest. And it's a time to recognize the opposites, the balance of opposites, to honor the opposites in our life. Just like in our Kundalini that we just did, we did a lot this whole month. We've been working on cross midline action, right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot, can't even say it, moving, crossing the midline, back and forth, side to side, diagonals, because that shifts the balance and brings our awareness into the opposites and the balance of the opposites. And that's what tonight is about. The sun isn't as bright if we don't have darkness. The warmth doesn't feel as warm if we don't have cold. We need the shadow to have the light. We honor all parts, all sides, our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, because that is where our truth really lies, where it resides. And that's what tonight is about. So this is the time that we start to step into our most authentic self. We no longer project who we think we should be and who we want people to see us as. We have the permission to let those masks and those costumes and those armors fall away, so we can really feel the truth. We can really see ourselves and start to bring that expression into our daily lives. We can start to bring that connection to the authentic as an external expression of who we are. There's more alignment in that. And again, we are reminded that we honor our emotions. This work that we do tonight is that deep, dark, back of the heart work. The back of the heart space is where we hide our truth, our deepest, darkest secrets, the things that we're most vulnerable around. This is the time where those start to come to the surface, sometimes whether we like it or not, right? And then we have to figure out what the heck to do with that. But this is the time where we really have that pivot of finding the connection with that stuff, whatever it is, in the back of our heart space. Super vulnerable, super intense, super important. It's the spots that we don't shine the light on very often. Today is the day to do that. So tonight, as we come together in our practice, we honor and celebrate our truth. The purpose, the intent of this. We honor and celebrate our truth. We connect with our authentic self. And we connect with each other. Because community is a vibrant, a vital part of our truth finding of ourself. It's a reflection of who we are. If you've heard me talk about things before, the universe is all around us and within us. We are all part of the same. We are the universe. We are each other. And so when we connect with others, we are connecting with ourselves. And so that's just as important tonight as it is finding ourselves, doing the inner work. And then the last little thing I'll say is the comment about ritual and ceremony. And so I've started to talk a little bit about this sometimes in my Facebook and social media, sometimes in our Kundalini and our small groups when we talk about the purpose of ritual and ceremony. We are here participating in ritual. We are here participating in the ceremony to honor the winter solstice, the ceremony to honor the beginning of winter, the first day of winter, the transition into the dark and the transition into the light. And with that, ritual ceremony gives it a sense of importance. It gives us a sense of focus. It supports these moments of transitions, because if we didn't have ceremony or ritual or connection, like we are coming together with intent tonight, those moments continue and they happen, but they can feel chaotic. They can feel overwhelming. They can be missed. And so the importance and the energy of those moments are not as potent as when we come together in ritual and ceremony. And sometimes people shy away from that. Well, you know, I don't want it to go to church. I don't want it to be religious and blah, blah, blah. It's not. Ritual is simply an act of connecting, of finding intent and focus, and being with like-minded others to honor an event, a person, place, or thing. Okay. That was a lot I just gave you. I could talk about this for hours. I love the winter solstice. So tonight, our ritual, our ceremony will be movement. It will be stillness. It will be breath. It will be intent. And it will be spacious. Later on, I invite you to find your own personal ritual to bring completeness to this experience. So traditionally for solstice, for Yule, which is where the pagan holiday that we are paired with solstice, the ritual involves flame and fire. We light the Yule log. That's exactly what it is. Fire is that transitional energy that transforms. So light a candle. That's why I said, if you're at home, light a candle, right? I have 2 candles lit here in the studio. Find a sankalpa, which we'll talk about in a minute, an intent, a heartfelt intent. Find a focus to guide you into the future. Listen to your dreams, welcome your dreams, right? That work is internal, it's our inner world, so dream, pay attention to your dreams. Eat nourishing food, celebrate with food. Let your body feel nourished. Maybe do things like journaling, vision boards, writing, drawing, whatever the case may be, music, dancing. Traditionally for Yule, people lit big bonfires and danced the night away. Do that. Again, whatever feels right for you in ritual. Do that and do it to bring closure. Sometimes, very often, people write their things that they no longer need, which will tie into our practice, and then they burn it in a flame. They write it down and then burn it. So it's gone. It's transformed. It's no longer with us. So those are suggestions. I invite you to tap into that intuition, which will be powerful and strong by the time we're done, and listen to that universe and do what feels right to you. Maybe it means you just go home and go to sleep, take a bath, go to sleep, whatever. Have another cookie from downstairs on your way out. Yeah. Whatever the case may be. Definitely doing that. Yes, definitely. There's plenty there. All right. So that being said, I have my mat here, which, if you know me, is hilarious because I don't use a mat to practice ever anymore. But I do for tonight because I want us to not have to think too hard. And the candle is at the top of my mat, because we're going to spin a little bit. And I don't want us to waste brain power in remembering what's the front and the back. You all in the studio are going to get it because you're not going to be facing me. You all at home, it's going to be, you'll remember it because the camera is kind of facing it, maybe, but maybe not. So when you look at me, the candle's at the top of my mat. Okay. So that's my marker. And I'll tell you, but still. All right. So let's come to a comfortable seated position. And we'll begin our practice this way in stillness and meditation. And I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about sankalpas. And so just close the eyes or soften the gaze, whatever feels better. Soften the jaw and find the breath. Notice the beating of the heart. Start to lengthen out the breath. And feel your awareness begin to expand from your body into the room that you are in, maybe beyond. Let your awareness absorb the vast expanse of the universe. And tonight we work with sankalpas. And sankalpas are like intentions, but more. A sankalpa is a heartfelt intention. This is a truth that our body knows with every cell of its being. It is a truth that is already being manifested. It doesn't have to be something in place already, but it is something that we know to be true with our body, mind, and soul. Sankalpas are short and sweet and stated in the positive and in the present. An example would be, I know exactly what I need. I am exactly where I need to be. I am strong. My life is full of abundance. Whatever your sankalpa happens to be, it will feel right. Your body will resonate with the rightness and the truth of the sankalpa. The hard part is we can't search for the sankalpa. We have to receive the sankalpa. When we just sit in stillness and open to the universe, open to our awareness and the presence of our higher self, capital S, that heartfelt intention arrives when we're ready. And so maybe you have that download of your sankalpa already. Maybe there's not one yet. That's okay. It will come in time. We're planting the seeds. We're opening the space. We're tilling the soil for that sankalpa right now. And so take a minute and let that sankalpa form in your mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's better if it's not. It doesn't have to be final. Start to connect with the intent of that heartfelt truth. And if you have that sankalpa or an intention, gently repeat it to yourself 3 times. Feeling that truth resonate in your bones, in your cells, in your brain. Tune in to the beating of the heart. And feel the rhythm of your body. And then bring the palms together in front of our heart, thumbs touching the sternum. Anchor that sankalpa, if you have it, into your heart space. Feel your truth. And let's all take a breath in and out. Release the hands and gently blink the eyes open. We'll begin with some pranayama to sweep the year behind us. So this is a cleansing breath that will allow us to open our awareness, release everything that we're carrying with us from the last year, and move forward into this moment. So we've been sitting for a while. If you need to shift the way you sit, please do. My feet fell asleep for a minute. So maybe we straighten the legs, maybe we sit on a block, maybe we come out, maybe we sit on our knees on a block under our hips, okay? We're gonna move into bellows breath. So bellows breath is a vigorous, strong breath that is even on the inhales and exhales. So it sounds like this. And if you don't have a Kleenex, I just cleared my nose, so you'll blow your nose. Now with this, we can add cat and cow. Good, so pause for a minute. That'll be how it looks. If your legs are asleep, you can always hold on behind your thighs. And I want us to think about this as a bellows. As we inhale, the lungs are drawing that air in. As we exhale, the lungs are pressing the air out. And the diaphragm is doing the same. So it's working like the bellows of our lungs, and that breath is strong and vigorously being balanced in and out. Okay? So we'll do this breath for about a minute. If that is too long for you, please stop and breathe when you need to. Okay? So sitting nice and tall. We'll take a full breath and then begin on the next inhale. So let's take a regular inhale and exhale. And we begin. Inhale, hold. Digest the oxygen, pause. Exhale, release the breath and the body. Feel that for a moment. Just noticing how everything shifts with that breath. Let the space we created help us move forward into our practice. We've cleared the way. We've released the past. We've put down what no longer serves us and everything else that's come before. And then with as little effort, taking as much time as we need to, we'll make our way to stand. Make sure your feet are not asleep as we do that. And we'll come to stand in a forward fold, facing the top of our mat. So we can have blocks under our hands. Our knees are definitely bent. And just take a moment and move around here. Bend your knees. Maybe make a rainbow around your feet. Let the top of the head release towards the mat. And then come back to stillness for a minute. Hug our legs. Give ourselves a hug. Knees can be as bent as we need them to be. Hug yourself. Fold to your own lap. So release and get longer. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, take a half lift. Hands come to our thighs, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms reach overhead, gaze can lift. And as we exhale, palms press together and we fold straight down. Hands draw through heart center towards the earth. Good. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press through the soles of the feet. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, reach to the sky. And then draw that down through our heart to the earth. Good. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold. Everything we do tonight is slow, mindful movements. Inhale, rise up. Reach to the sky. Lift the heart. Open the body. Exhale, hands through heart center all the way down. Take a moment. Release the top of the head. Good. 3 more like this. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching to the sky, lifting our heart. Exhale, hands draw through heart center. Noticing how the pause is at the bottom, not the top. Take a breath. Good. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms reach, heart lifts. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more breath right here. One more of these half salutations. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Open the heart and then draw the universe through our hearts to the earth. Good. Inhale, half lift. Grab your blocks and bring them in front of you. As we exhale, we'll take our right foot and step it back. We're moving into pyramid pose. So I brought my blocks back in line with my front foot. And we want to make sure that back heel is pretty well grounded. Toes can turn out just slightly. Draw the heart forward. Press that left hip back. Anchor through the right heel. So if these blocks are still really far away, you can grab a chair to put your hands on, or you can even put your hands on your hip or the front thigh. Good. From here, draw the belly in, press the left hip back, gaze is on the earth, and then maybe we fold forward over that front leg. Release the top of the head. Long, slow breaths right here, feeling the steadiness of our legs, that solid foundation. The movement of our breath as the body is still. What foundations do we need to move forward into the new year, into the winter season? How are we right now building the foundations of our future? Inhale, half lift, draw the belly in, head and shoulders rise up, lift onto the back toes, and then soften the heel. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Again, lift the back heel, release the heel down. One more just like this, lift and release. Take a block or two with you as we turn to the side of the mat. Toes come in line with the heels. Draw the belly up and in, and then we fold forward. Release the hands. Maybe we walk the hands forward so we're in kind of a funky wide-legged downward dog, or maybe we walk the hands underneath us so we go deeper into that forward fold. You decide what feels best. Inhale, half lift, and start to bend one knee and then the other. Back and forth. Back and forth. Opening the hips. Our emotions are stored in our hips, and our emotions are our truth. And so when we open the hips, we open to our truth. And it's not always pleasant, it's not always fun. Sometimes it's surprising, but here we are. Good, inhale, half lift. Grab your blocks and turn to face the back of the mat, moving into pyramid at the back of the mat. So adjust your feet accordingly. Feet are hip distance apart, back heel is grounded, front leg is straight. Lift the heart, and now our right hip presses towards the short end of the mat, so away from that front foot. Belly pulls in, left heel is heavy, and then we just fold forward. Keeping the energy of engagement in our legs as our upper body gets heavy. Keep breathing. How do we connect to our truth daily? What is our truth? How has it changed now compared to last solstice? Has it changed? With every exhale, let the upper body get heavier. Let the spine grow longer. And then inhale, half lift, long spine. Gaze is on the earth in front of that right foot maybe. And then we inhale, lift the left heel, come onto the tippy toes, just like we did on the other side. Exhale, soften the heel towards the earth. Good, inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. One more, inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Bend the knees and step to a forward fold facing the back of the mat. Inhale, half lift, draw the belly up and in. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms reach, gaze lift, heart lifts to the sky. And as before, we fold towards the earth. Hands come through the heart center. Take a breath. 2 more of those beauties. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands through the heart as we fold all the way back down. Good. 1 more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Heart lifts, open the front body. Exhale, hands through the heart, reaching to the earth. Good. From here, take the feet wider than hip distance. Heels in, toes out. Maybe we grab a blanket, maybe we grab a block. We're going to settle into yogic squat. So hips settle down, hands come between the knees, or hands come to the heart, arms and legs press into each other. We're facing that back end of the mat. Hips are heavy, heart is lifted. Soften the gaze or close the eyes and call in that sankalpa, that heartfelt truth. Feel the breath and the beating of the heart right here. Two more breaths, find stillness, even in the intensity. Beautiful. Release the hands, straighten the legs, walk the feet back to hip distance. Take a minute and make a rainbow around the feet, move around, let that circulation return to the toes. And then we continue our circle. So we half lift on an inhale. Exhale, take the right foot back again, stepping into that pyramid pose again. So that back heel is grounded, feet are hip distance apart. Good. Inhale, draw the belly up and in. Press the left hip back. 2 breaths just like this, feeling the structure of this posture. Shoulders are out of the ears. Option to take a little twist. Keep that block underneath the right hand, which is the foot we stepped back with, and the left hand comes to the hip. Scissor the inner thighs together and a twist. Look to your left. That left shoulder simply lifts to the sky. Yeah, the hand can stay on the hip if we'd like, but we don't have to. We can extend the arm if we want. Think about really pressing that left hip back, back, back. Letting that right hip come towards the earth just a little bit. Make sure we're breathing. Where does our mind go in this moment? Find the breath and the beating of the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hand back to the block, draw the belly in, even out the hips, and fold over that front leg. While we're folded over, let's play with that back heel. Keeping ourselves in that forward fold, lift the back heel. Exhale, lower the foot back towards the earth. Again, lift the heel. How does that change that fold in our upper body? Exhale, drop it back down. One more time, lift the back heel. Keep that front leg strong and then soften the heel. 2 breaths right here. Shake out the head and neck. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Take the blocks with you as you turn to face the side of the mat. This time, heels in, toes out as we rise up to goddess. Arms open to the side, knees bend, shoulders out of the ears. Yes, arms reaching wide. You knew I had to put a goddess in this, right? I mean, come on, it's solstice. Good. So pelvic floor is lifted, belly is in, shoulders out of the ears. Yes. As we inhale, we straighten the legs, reach the arms overhead, moving into sunflowers traditionally, but now we're calling them moonflowers. Exhale, sweep it around and down. Good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, scoop it down and around. Keep going with your own breath. Again, letting this kind of clear the space, right? We're opening those hips, we're releasing those emotions, those past experiences. This can almost be like we're just sweeping it out the door. Whoosh. Clear it. Yeah, pop, pop, pop. That made me look at you. Just a few more. Almost there. And when you feel complete, we'll meet in goddess. Play with this. What happens when we close our eyes? Yeah, I always say you feel the earth move under your feet when your eyes are closed. It's all right. We fall, we fall. We get back up again, don't we? Slow, steady breath. Feel the beating of your heart. Feel the focus of your body and your awareness. Hands come to the hips, straighten the legs, turn the toes towards the side of the mat, and we fold forward. Again, bend one knee and then the other, opening back into those hips. Good, and then we'll half lift and walk ourselves around to face the front of the mat again, coming back into that pyramid that we were in before. So now our right foot should be forward again. And if it's not, that's okay. Just go with it. Feet are hip distance apart. We take those blocks with us. Draw the belly up and in. Press the right hip back. We can stay right here, really feeling the structure of this, the shape of this posture, the strength in the legs and the core. Or maybe we keep that left hand on the block and the right hand comes to our hip. Press the right hip back as we start to lift that right shoulder, twisting to the right, twisting in that direction. Scissor the inner thighs together. Open the heart. Maybe that arm extends, maybe it doesn't. Option, not necessity. Keep pressing that right hip back. No matter where you are, make sure you're breathing. Beautiful. Release the hands, untwist. Even out the hips, tuck the belly, and then fold over that front leg. Good. While we're folded, let's play with that back heel. Lift the back heel. Stay in that forward fold. Exhale, soften the back heel. Good. Lift the heel. Soften the heel. How does that change our forward fold when that back heel lifts? One more time. Lift. And soften. Good. Bend both knees and step to a forward fold at the top of our mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. Open the front body. Exhale, hands draw through heart center all the way back down. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up. One more time, we fold forward all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take a moment here, grab opposite elbows or hug your legs, hug yourself again. Let the top of the head release towards the earth, shake it out. Move around. Let the back lengthen, let the neck lengthen. And then release the hands and slowly roll up to stand. Take a moment upright with our eyes closed or our gaze soft. Feel the body. Notice the awareness. Tap into that heart space, the truth, our heart brain, the capital S self that guides us. Hold that sankalpa, that heartfelt truth within that heart space. Let it be present. We'll make our way down to our knees. So this may be a place where you want to tuck a bolster or a block underneath the hips. Just sit back. We're going to play with camel a little bit, but really the more important part of this is the fluidity of it. So what this is going to look like is we'll start here, but we'll end up going through a little bit of child's pose. On an inhale, and just watch for a minute, we'll rise up to one side. So we'll take a little bit of side bend twist. My hand that's down, to me it's my left, reaches back. Maybe it touches the heel or the block, maybe it doesn't. And then we come back. And for me, I like to sweep it down and around. So I don't fully sit down again. I don't fully find child's pose. I just kind of move between halfway of both of those. Okay, so as we're ready, inhale, rise up. Let's take our left hand to the sky, right hand to the earth. Gaze looks in that direction, the right. Exhale, sweep that top hand down and around as we move to the other side. So now my right hand is in the air, left hand reaches back. Exhale, sweep down and around. Inhale, side bend. Good. Find your flow here. Maybe you like to hold in these places and just breathe. Close your eyes and sink into the rhythm of this. There is no wrong way to do this unless it hurts. If it hurts, don't do it. Find another way. One or two more to each side. And when you feel complete, not me, you will meet in child's pose. So take that block out from underneath here, the bolster, knees spread wide, forehead comes towards the earth, belly falls between the legs. Finding that child's pose, yep. Find the breath and just breathe here. Feel the beating of the heart. Find your focus. Maybe it's your sankalpa. Maybe it's something else. Just a few more breaths right here. And gently make our way up to seated, bringing our legs out in front of us. Feet are hip distance apart, if not a little bit wider. Feel free to sit on a blanket or even tuck a blanket under the knees, whatever feels good to your body. Draw the belly up, and then as we exhale, we just walk ourselves to a forward fold. Let the head and shoulders fall into our own lap and find our breath. Let the gaze soften or the eyes close. And just fold into yourself. Now is the time to begin releasing the past year. Now is the time to create space for what's to come. Within that space, we find our truth. We connect with the most authentic version of ourself. And let that be our guide, our northern star, our compass. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Take a moment. So our solstice practice would be remiss without fire log pose. I won't lie, this is not my favorite, but here we go. So option to just take it half. And that means that we just bring our right leg to a figure 4. Great option. That's a lot. If you want to try the full expression of this pose, you're going to take the left leg and tuck it under so that our shins stack. So it's not cross-legged, it's ankle on knee, knee on ankle. And shins are parallel with each other. So you can see that my knee doesn't come down. And just tuck a little blanket in there. That's all we need. So if you are here like, wow, this is really no fun, fantastic. Straighten that leg. I fully support that decision. You can even support this knee. That feels delicious, right? So whatever version we decide to be in this evening, sit nice and tall. We can stay right here. Maybe we fold a little forward. Soften the gaze, soften the jaw. Walk into the hips and the breath. Be present. It's really easy to fall away, to run away from this. It's an intense posture. Stay present. Inhale, rise back up. Take a moment right here. Resist the urge to ricochet out of this. And then slowly release. Take both legs long. Take a minute. Moan and groan. Sound effects help. Whee! Because we have another side. Right? It's always another side. So now it is our left leg that comes on top. Or the other. If you are on the other side, do the other leg. You'll know. Maybe we stay right here. Maybe we tuck the opposite leg under. Now, each side is very different. So have no expectation from one side to the other. You decide where you are. Ankle on knee, knee on ankle. Bottom leg straight. Hat it up, whatever feels good to you. You can totally, in fact, I encourage you to put something under there. Yeah, this one finds the tightness. Finds the tightness. Sit nice and tall. There's a reason they call it fire log pose. It's because of the fire in the hips. Then maybe we fold forward. Soften the gaze. Stay with the breath and with the sensation in the body. Slowly rise back up. Take a moment right here. And then gently release and straighten the legs. That's one of those poses where I feel like, oh, my legs don't move anymore. Shake it out, move around. Stay with that sensation. And now we're ready to move into Shavasana / guided meditation. Here's the options. I call it stadium seating. So you'll take one block low, one block high with the bolster on top. If you are at home, just make a pile of pillows. That works just as well. And then those two blankets that you have, couple of options. They can roll up under the knees, or you can bring soles of the feet together with knees wide, and those blankets get to tuck underneath that. We will lay back on the bolster. And if you need to put a blanket under the head, do that too. So those of you at home, just make a nice pile of pillows and lay back. Get yourself supported. I do this at home with a bed pillow, like the seated pillows with the back on it. I flip it and then put a pillow on it, and that works really well. You got to put your blocks kind of close together. Yep. Once you get to a place you are comfortable, Take a big exhale through the mouth.
Mine is, I'm having an engineering problem.
I love it.
It's not.
There, try that. You might need to give it a little bit more space between your lower back and the bolster.
Okay, like this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Does
good.
that feel better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Wow.
So settle in, take a giant exhale through the mouth. Let go of everything in this moment. Can I scoot this for you? Go ahead and sit up for a minute. Okay, good. Notice what's in your realm of awareness. Attached to my sequins. Bring your awareness into that heart space again. Take a moment to look back over the past year. Letting those memories simply float effortlessly into your awareness. And say thank you to these experiences as they pop into your awareness, as they float into your awareness. And as you thank them, release your attachments to those experiences, to those memories. Say thank you and release those memories. Imagine they are unraveling and just simply floating away from you. Drawing all of those parts and pieces of your past self back to this present expression of yourself. And now visualize the year ahead and the manifestations that will occur. See the connections to your future self and those threads that lead this present self into those future moments. See how they align and attach to this moment right now. Call in your Sankalpa, that heartfelt truth. That truth that every cell in your body knows. And move forward with this intent and energy. Stepping into the future from this moment right now. Say your Sankalpa to yourself 3 times. Is already manifesting this truth that is within you. This isn't a wish or a dream. This is a truth that is coming to be. This is. Say thank you to the universe for already manifesting that heartfelt truth. And then take a few minutes to simply rest. Bring in that sacred rest so that we are ready to move forward when the time comes. Knowing that we are exactly where we need to be in this moment. Right here, right now. Deepening the breath. Becoming aware of the room that we are in. Moving in any way that bring our palms together in front of our hearts. Lift our heart to meet our hands. Take a breath in and out. In the heart of every person on this earth burns the spark of luminous goodness. In no heart is there total darkness. May we who have celebrated this winter solstice by our lives and service, by our prayers and love, call forth from one another the light and the love that is hidden in every heart. Happy solstice, happy Yule. Namaste.